Right, metalheads, this is DJ REM, Metal Devastation Radio. And I have the band Karkaos on the line tonight. How you doing tonight?
I'm really good. How about you, DJ REM?
I'm doing very well. Why don't you start by introducing yourself and your spot in the band, and then the other members that are not with us tonight.
Wonderful, sure. So my name is Vicky. I'm from Montreal, and I'm the front woman, so vocalist of Karkaos, which is also a band from Montreal. We do death melodic metal with lots of influences, like metalcore or symphonic metal also. And I'm in the band since a month and a half, and I took the place as a front woman. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're 6 members in the band. 2 wonderful guitar players, Samael as the lead one, and Vincent as the rhythm guitar player. We have Norm on the drums and Sebastien on keyboards, which are really, really important in the band, and Eddie as the bass player.
Okay, very cool. And then, so how long has Karkaos been around as a band?
Oh, well, that question is quite complicated. The band started out with the idea of Vincent Harnois in 2003, but they had another name and everything that was like a while ago. But they kept playing, and Vincent kept his ideas and everything, and the band really started in 2009. So with Veronica, who was the former front woman. And there was also Norm, which is still the drum player in that time. But the rest of the lineup has changed like every year. So a member have left and some other have come. And now we have like a pretty strong line for the band. So all the musicians are really talented and fun to play with. So I'm pretty stoked about that, yeah.
Very cool. So, you mentioned that you're fairly new to the band. How did you... The one thing I didn't ask you earlier is, how did you connect with this band to become part of them?
Well, I knew Karkaos by name since a while ago. They're pretty known, if I can say it that way, on Montreal's metal scene. So they're respected, if I can say it that way. They have a good reputation. But I never really deeply got into the music. I didn't know the guys at all and everything, but that's, yeah. And when they were looking for a new front woman or front man, they were pretty open to both. 2 of my friends came to me, 2 friends that don't even know each other, and they told me, Karkaos, you should check that, it's exactly what you're looking for, it's exactly what you do. So, you growl, you can do clean singing also, so it would be perfect for you. So I told myself, yeah, why not? So I went on YouTube, and I was completely, amazed by the potential and the talent that was in the band already. So I told myself this would be, the perfect thing to happen to me. Because I wasn't in a band at all. I was just back from Germany, and I was looking for a band. So, I just tried, and I went through couples of auditions, and I sent my demos and everything, and as soon as I met the band, I knew it would work out, because the guys, they're like my brothers already. We get along so well, and
cool.
I know that, writing music with them, it's going to be an easy task. So, yeah, so I got along really well with them, and my style was what they were looking for. So it worked.
Well, very cool. And thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. So how often do you guys get together and practice? Kind of what's your weekly routine?
We practice 2 times a week. So on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we all have full-time jobs, or we go to school and everything. So we meet at night. And yeah, so we practice about 2-3 hours, depending on how not prepared. It's not what I want to say, but how stoked we are, because sometimes we're tired from the job and everything. But jamming is always something fun to do. So we really make sure to do it 2 times a week.
Okay, very good. So this next question is specifically for you. What kind of influences did you have growing up and in your life that got you into music and made you want to do something like this?
I first started to, music was always in my life. I've always been a really big music enthusiast, and it's really weird because none of my family is really into music. I'm the only musician. But still, it was something really strong. This is something weird that I'm going to say, but I was in the, how do you call that in English, when you sing in a church?
In a choir?
That's how we'd say?
No, that's what I'm asking. Were you in the choir in the church?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not, right now I'm not really into those church things anymore, but you know, it was just to sing. It was like my passion, so always. So everything I do while singing, you know. So, and then I got into high school, and I remember our music courses, they weren't like regular harmonies or stuff like that. It was bands. I remember my music teacher in high school, he was amazing, and he wanted us to be bands, you know. So we had electric guitars, we had drums and everything. So that's how I started at first, playing guitar and singing more. And I got to know guitar players, which showed me, I remember, Cradle of Filth and Dimmu. So they showed me, and I loved that, like, at first. And it's really weird when I think about it, because I wasn't, like, prepared for anything like that. But I really liked the music overall, and the fact that it was so grand and theatrical. That's what I love about metal. So this is how I first started, and the more it went, the more I realized it was really the music that fitted in my lifestyle and everything. So that's how I started to listen to extreme metal music. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So has this pursuing your musical career, has it been an easy thing for you, or has there been a lot of challenges and obstacles in your way as you've tried to progress yourself?
No, not always. I would say music has always been there for me, so it wasn't a sacrifice for me to do music. It was pretty much the opposite, because it helped me out through many things. So whenever I feel down or big issues in my life or anything, and I play music, everything is going back into place. So no, I never have made any big sacrifice to do music. The only thing is that doing extreme metal music and, you know, growling and stuff like that, that's not really well seen in all the spheres of my life, if I can say it that way. So it's not accepted everywhere. That's maybe the only thing that went through my way. But even then, yeah, nobody really tried to discourage me, and I've always been like really surrounded by people that were supporting me in what I would do. So yeah.
Well, I have to say, I think those people that don't like extreme music, because I know exactly what you're talking about, I don't think they understand the technicality that goes into it.
No, not at all. What you hear really often is like, oh, so you like metal, so you like it when it goes, yeah, and it insults me so much, you know. I try not to show it too much, you know, but there's so much more to it. If you look at the way that this music is built, it's pretty much like classical music, and it's really interesting. Most of the musicians that play metal, they're really talented musicians, and they even have like a formation in music, like a training. So let's take, for example, my guitar player, Samael. He has like this big school formation in university in music, so, and he plays metal. So yeah, it's they don't understand. I think it's something you have to feel and then to study to understand. But some they just won't. So
Yeah, some
yeah,
people are closed-minded, and that's too bad for them.
exactly.
And it's funny that you say, because I talk to a lot of metal bands, and I run into it a lot, especially when I talk to European bands, where a member or several members of the metal band are classically trained. It's not just it's just like you said. There's a lot more that goes into it.
Exactly.
So, where did the name of the band come from? Where does Karkaos come? How did that come to be?
Well, the first thing you can see in Karkaos, there's the word chaos, and that we can link a lot of things to chaos. And metal music, it's what it's all about. It's about like going free, going chaotic, and so chaos. That's what it comes from. And for the car at the beginning, it doesn't really mean anything. We just got inspired. We wanted something that sounded great, that sounded cool and badass when you first hear it. Let's say Deathlock or Megadeth. It doesn't really mean anything, I think. It's just like it sounds cool. So, yeah.
I'm going to agree. It sounds metal. It's badass. Good deal.
Exactly.
Okay, so where can people go to find out more about Karkaos? What social networking, what websites do you guys use?
YouTube. So that's not really a social network, but that's where you can find like most of our thing. We post a lot on YouTube and on our Facebook too. So we have an official Facebook page, really easy to find. So it's just Karkaos. You type that on Facebook, you're gonna find it right away. We just started an Instagram because I'm a really Instagram enthusiast, so if I can say it that way. And we don't have yet a Twitter, but it's going to come really fast because we don't really know how it works yet. But this is going to happen, yeah.
Okay, very good. What? How do I go about finding you on Instagram?
You just type Karkaos official.
Okay,
and then you find it in all one word. And you can tag Karkaos on your pictures if you have merch or CDs or anything. So you can just like tag us on your pictures.
That reminds me, as far as the websites and stuff go, do you guys have any merchandise out there for sale yet? Anything in the works?
You can find everything on our website, which is karkaos.com. Really easy. So there's a store right on our website, and then we have a Bandcamp too. So Bandcamp Karkaos, you can find everything. You can buy the internet version of our stuff. You can go also on iTunes, SoundCloud, Big Cardle, Amazon to find our CDs. So yeah, a lot of places. Yeah.
Okay. Before I forget, I want to give a big shout out to Asher Media for sending your track to me and connecting us for this interview. So shout out to him.
Yeah, he's awesome, isn't he?
Yeah, he just sends me so many good bands. He definitely rocks.
That's amazing he did then.
Yep, very cool. So speaking of sending tracks, he sent me Leap of Faith, which I mentioned to you earlier. I've already played like 4 times tonight. So can you tell me where that track, especially because I know the track was redone with you as the singer and the vocalist, where did you guys record that at?
It was at Badass Studios with Jeff Martin. We recorded this once again. The whole Empire album was recorded by him. So we just came there again. He's wonderful. He's really good at what he does. And he doesn't pretend. If something is not good, he's going to tell you. Great guy overall, and really professional. So great experience at the studios with Jeff from Badass, yeah.
So when can we expect the whole album to be out then?
The whole album. We started to write for it. So right now we're really focusing on the headlining show in Montreal at the Le Petit Campus that's going to come on the 28th of November. So we're really focusing on that because I've not been in the band since too long. So but we already started writing. So I don't know yet. There might be some news about that this spring. So we're just going to see how it works and how writing goes. But yeah, we're going to keep you updated on our Facebook for the next album.
Very good, because I'm going to be paying attention and watching because I want more.
So nice, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so here's a question for you specifically. If I grabbed your iPod or MP3 player, however you like to listen to music, what bands would I find you listening to right now?
I have a lot of industrial German music on my phone actually. So right now this is what I listen to. I listen to a lot of Oomph. I listen to Rammstein, particularly. It's one of my favorite bands, by the way. I listen to a lot of Les Discrets aussi. I don't know if you heard of them from Europe. They do French. It's like atmospheric. I don't know really how to put that. Do you know about them, Les Discrets?
No, I have not. You'll have to send me a message on Facebook with the name of the band. I can check them out.
They're awesome. It's like the discreet, if I can say it that way, but in French. Really, really interesting music, super melodical, really atmospheric. I love them. So with right now, which we have for a weather like in autumn in Montreal, it's perfect. So I listen to that. I also listen to a lot of Tonic, one of my favorite bands, so extreme oriental metal from Taiwan. What do I listen to also? Amon Amarth. I just saw them 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, nice.
In Montreal, they were awesome, as always. So a lot of that, too. Something else. Artists. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say. I don't listen to only metal music. So I listen to a lot of folk music, like that's not really interesting, I guess, but I love Mumford and Sons, and I also listen to a lot of classical music. So yeah, but right now, yeah, that would be like German industrial music and a lot of folk metal. I forgot to mention that I love folk metal. So Arcona and Ciferum, Equilibrium, stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of the industrial stuff, especially German, have you ever listened to KMFDM?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Who?
KMFDM.
No, never. Is that industrial German?
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Wonderful, cool.
Yeah, if with all those bands you mentioned that you dig, especially with the industrial stuff, I think you'll like them.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
So,
definitely like check it out. Just,
they've been around a long time too, like 20 plus years.
Cool.
Yep. So, and I really appreciate the fact that you listen to different kinds of music, because my experience has been bands and musicians that have an eclectic taste and don't get stuck into one genre make better music. That's been my experience.
Mm-hmm. It's completely true. Yeah, we don't want to, in Karkaos, that's something I find really interesting. We don't want to stay in one kind of music. We have a lot of influences. Let's say Vince, he listens to a lot of metalcore, like Trivium, let's say. And for me, I'm really not, though I respect it a lot, and I think there's a lot of talent in that music, I don't listen to that kind of band a lot. I love folk metal, and or my bass player Eddie, he's a big fan of black metal. So am I. So a lot of influences coming from everywhere. So a lot of genre, and even for me, like I don't listen to only metal music. So we don't have limits for the way we write, and that's something really interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. And again, I appreciate that because I listen to so many different types of music. I mean, I listen to pretty much every genre out there. I've been listening to a lot of King Diamond lately. That's been my thing.
Yeah, they came in Montreal like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. Good band, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Mm-hmm. So, What do you, and if you know the answer for the other members of the band, what do you guys do to relax when you're not doing music? Does anybody have any crazy hobbies or anything they like to do?
I don't know what to answer for that question. For me, it's really easy. I love painting. I paint a lot. I also write a lot. So, like, if I can call it that way, poetry. I don't know if I can really say poetry, but I write poems and stuff like that. So, I do music. I do not only sing. I play a bit of piano and acoustic guitar. So that's pretty much what I do with my spare times. I go to run sometimes. That's not really crazy, isn't it? But yeah, or I learn languages. I'm a big languages enthusiastic. So I learn German and I read German and stuff like that. I started to learn Dutch. Sometimes I read in Spanish to keep that updated, even though I am not that good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. And I know that the other band members, we're all like, we like school, even though we don't go to school like everyone. I know that the bass player and the guitar player, so Sam and Eddie, they go sometimes in courses in university that they're not supposed to go to. So even though they're not like
Nice.
subscribed at this class, they go. Yeah.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
What
That's really crazy, but yeah.
So how many different languages can you speak?
I speak French at first. I think that's pretty obvious. Then I speak English. I also speak German and a bit of Spanish. And I started to learn Dutch also. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Wow, that's very impressive.
I love languages. That's not that impressive. You just have to like it and get into it.
I can barely speak English.
I'm sure if you try that, would be you would do great.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday. So, what would you say sets this band apart from all the other bands out there that are trying to make something of themselves? What do you guys bring to the fans?
To the music, I think we really get influenced by everything for the music, as I said. So, they all have I'm sorry, I'm going to start that sentence again. We have other style of music that really influence our style, and that sets us apart. So if you listen to Karkaos, you hear metalcore, you hear death metal, you hear melodic metal, you hear symphonic metal, you hear everything together. And if you listen a song, like let's just say Blood, Sweat, Tears, and you listen to something like The Condemned, which are on the exact same albums, those are two songs that are completely different from one from another, in my opinion. So yeah, I think the versatility, is that a word, of the band is really something that sets us apart. And then there's something that is a bit more superficial, if I can say it that way, but we're female-fronted. So for death metal, it's pretty rare that we have female-fronted bands. And that we combine also clean singing and growls. It's really important for us to bring the strength of the growls and the screams and the melody of the clean vocals. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what sets us apart from the other bands.
Very good. And I tell you what, after listening to Leap of Faith, I definitely know what you're saying with all those different styles. I mean, as you were naming them off, I was sitting here thinking about the song, going, "Yep, yep." So
I heard that. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at a live show you've done? And when I say crazy, it doesn't have to be bad.
At a live show, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never done any shows as a performer yet, so I don't have a lot of experiences to tell in that point of view. But I did quite a a few crazy things in my life, if I can go on that side. For example, I lived for 9 months in Germany for the last year. So I just left Montreal and went to live and to work in Germany for a year. So without knowing anyone there or anything. So I think that's probably the craziest thing I've done. But at a live show, other than being like in the audience, as a performer, I don't have experience on that one side.
Very cool. Well, I think the fact that you just went to Germany without knowing anybody or anything, that shows courage, if anything.
Yeah, it was, I think, yeah.
Was it good? Was it a good experience for you?
It was like the best thing that ever happened to me. It put my ideas right in place. Like when I left, I was really lost what I wanted to do in life, and I had pretty much put music on the side, and I became really depressed and everything. So I thought I would just like leave, and this is what I've done. I went there to teach French. So I worked in a college in Cologne, and being alone and not knowing like how the country works and everything, that really puts you in some weird situation. I really like confronted to myself. I was confronted with like deep inside of me what was happening, and I discovered that I couldn't really live without music, and I really decided what I wanted to do in life, and that I wanted to start to do music like seriously again. And yeah, it was a great experience, really. I do not regret it at all.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a success to me, for sure. Okay, now it's time for the most important question of the interview. So hope you're ready.
I am.
Who in the band spends the most time in front of a mirror, or will spend the most time in front of a mirror before they go live on stage?
Oh my God, definitely Eddie. He's worse than me for that. I'm sorry, Eddie, if you're listening to it right now, but it's you.
I love it. Eddie just got called out.
Pretty good at that too. So, but Eddie, yeah.
Okay, I love it. I hope you are listening, Eddie. I hope you heard every single word of that. All right. Is there anything else you would like to tell the listeners, the people that'll hear this once it's on my YouTube channel? Is there anything I have not asked you want to make sure people know about the band?
No, I think well, there's a lot of things to the band, but I think the interview really said everything we had to know about the band. I would just tell you guys, thank you for listening to the interviews, and you should definitely take a look at our page. What we're going to come up with is going to be grand, and I have no doubt people are going to enjoy it. So be prepared, a storm is coming.
Okay, well, I am prepared, and I look forward to it, and as the listeners will as well, whether they know it or not.
That's wonderful. Good.
So, just so you know, up next, I actually have a track by Karkaos. I have Leap of Faith. So we're gonna start blasting that to the listeners. If you can just hang on the line for a minute for me.
Okay, sure.
All right, metalheads. What do you think? I think that was one badass interview. Yes, very glad for this opportunity. And hey, here's some Karkaos for you. Leap of Faith. Crank it up.
Much of the grand evil
Bye.